Have you ever wondered about the thin line between emotional support and emotional dependency in relationships? Let's delve into this complex concept. Emotional dependency can be described as an intense reliance on another to fulfill personal needs. For some men, particularly those exhibiting narcissistic traits, this dependency often finds its roots in their relationships with their mothers. This connection, meant to be a source of comfort and guidance, can sometimes become a crutch, blurring the boundaries between healthy emotional support and unhealthy dependency. It's like a vine that, while beautiful and necessary for growth, can strangle the tree if it wraps too tightly. This intense reliance can lead to a pattern where personal needs, expectations, and emotional well-being are heavily tied to their mothers, creating an unhealthy dynamic. The impact of such dependency can be far-reaching, influencing their ability to form relationships outside of this mother-son dynamic. How does emotional dependency on mothers affect a man's ability to form and maintain healthy relationships? Well, emotional dependency often creates a skewed perception of what a healthy relationship should look like. Men who are emotionally dependent on their mothers may find it challenging to establish genuine connections outside of the mother-son dynamic. They might expect their partners to provide the same level of care and attention that they're accustomed to receiving from their mothers. This can lead to unrealistic expectations and put undue pressure on their partners. Take John, for example. He was overly reliant on his mother for emotional support. When he entered a romantic relationship with Lisa, he expected her to fulfill the same role. This led to tension and misunderstanding as Lisa felt overwhelmed by the intensity of his emotional demands. Emotional dependency can certainly put a strain on relationships, making it difficult for men to form and maintain healthy connections. Recognizing signs of emotional dependency is the first step towards addressing it. What are some telltale signs of emotional dependency we should be aware of? Let's delve into that. Emotional dependency often manifests in certain behavior and communication patterns. You might notice an intense reliance on a particular person for emotional support, to the point where it interferes with daily life and personal growth. This may be coupled with a fear of abandonment or rejection, leading to clingy behavior or constant reassurances of love and commitment. In terms of communication, emotional dependency can result in passive-aggressive or manipulative language. There may be a pattern of guilt-tripping or playing the victim as a way to maintain control and keep the other person emotionally invested. Understanding these signs is vital. It allows us to identify possible emotional dependency within our own relationships or those of our loved ones. And remember, knowledge is power. It's the first step towards change and healing. Seeking support is crucial to breaking the cycle of emotional dependency. How can one break free from the chains of emotional dependency, you may ask? The journey to healthier relationships begins with recognizing the need for support. This is no less than an act of courage, and it's the first step towards breaking the cycle of emotional dependency. Seeking professional help, such as therapy or counseling, can provide a safe space to unravel the complex threads of emotional reliance. It allows for a deeper understanding of one's patterns and behaviors, and offers guidance on establishing healthier emotional connections. But support doesn't stop at the therapist's office. Open communication with loved ones about your struggles can foster empathy, understanding, and mutual support. It's about creating a network of emotional safety, where vulnerability is welcomed, not shamed. Prioritizing mental and emotional well-being is crucial. It's about acknowledging your worth and taking steps to ensure your emotional health. It's about reclaiming your autonomy and fostering genuine, balanced relationships. While society may label them as mama's boys, the reality is much more complex. How does society's label of mama's boys influence relationships and expectations? Well, in our society, the term mama's boys often connotes a certain level of emotional dependency. This can set a challenging precedent for relationships, especially for the women involved. It's not uncommon for women in relationships with these men to feel an undue pressure to replicate the nurturing and care these men have come to expect from their mothers. But here's the thing: a romantic partner is not a mother. It's essential to maintain individuality and not lose oneself in the process of nurturing another. Setting boundaries is key. It's perfectly okay to say no, to ask for space, to demand respect. Open communication, too, plays a critical role. Discussing these expectations can lead to mutual understanding and healthier dynamics. Remember, no one should be expected to fulfill another's emotional dependency. Women can empower themselves by recognizing these behaviors and protecting their emotional well-being.